let's begin. Okay, so let's look at question 1. Okay, question 1. So let's revise how we do question 1. Okay, question 1. By the way, Mr. put the answers there already because I'm using the same slide. Right, just now Mr. had a lesson, so I'm using the same slide. Okay, let's look at question 1. So how do you round this to the nearest thousand? So just take note, right? Nearest thousand, you have 245,542, right? So nearest thousand, how many zeros? There are 3 zeros. So you need to do what? You need to look at the last 3 digits and then draw a line. Okay, draw a line. Then you look at the digit nearest the line. That is 5 and bigger. So you add 1. So the nearest thousand will be 246,000. That is your nearest thousand. Okay, so you look at your answer, see whether is it correct, and then okay. Now, what is the value? The next one, what's the value of 16 plus 40 minus 8? So you can see there's a bracket. So if there's a bracket, you must do first. You take 16 plus 40 minus 8 will be 32, right? 40 minus 8 is 32. Okay, hang on for a while. Let me just, what happened? Okay. Okay, hang on for a while. Let's see. Okay, we are back. All right, so 16 plus 40 minus 8. So you must do the bracket first. So what's the bracket? Okay, let me try one more time. Okay, let's try one more time. So you have 16 plus, so 40 minus 8 will be 32. Then divide by 4 and then times 2. Okay, all right, so you do step by step. All right, you show the arrow sign, you do step by step. Then you have plus, divide, times. So divide is more important than times, right? So you have 16 plus 8 and then times 2. All right, now you have plus and time. So which is more important? The times. So 16 plus 16. And your answer will be 32. Okay? All right, so for this kind of question, right, for operations, you do step by step. Okay, next one. Which of the following are common factors of 12 and 30? So you have to find the factors of 12. 1 times 12, right? You always start with 1 first, and then 2 times 6, 3 times 4, 4 times 3 is repeated, so you don't have to write 4 times 3. So these are the factors of 12. And then 1 times 30, 2 times 15, and then 3 times 10, 4 cannot, 5 times 6, and then 6 times 5 have already, right? So these are the factors of 30. Then you circle the common factors, right? Circle, right? Circle, and then 3, and then 6. All right. Then you look at the answer. Which one have common factors of 12 and 30? Number 1, which is 2 and 3, right? So you can see 2 and 3 common factors, right? How about the other answers? Now, question 2, there's no 5. Okay, no 5. Question 3, there's no 4, right? No common factor of 4. There's no 4. Question 4, there's no 4, right? So 4 is not a common factor. Okay, so that's how I do number 3. Clear so far? They are quite easy. All these are quite easy, so you must score in this question. Okay, now this one also easy. You must know how to divide. 2 over 7, keep the first number, change the divide to times, and then flip the fraction upside down. So you have 12, and then 7 times 5, 35. Right, so you multiply the numerators. Then you multiply the denominators. So you have 12 over 35. Okay, which is answer number 1. Okay, next one. This one may be a little complicated, but not, it's actually there's a shortcut. Now, can you see the same number? There's the same number, 3p. And then here also 3p. Then here also 3p. Then here also 3p. So when you see the same, it means what? How many in a group? How many things, how many boys, how many cars in a group, right? So what is 3p? How many things, how many inside one group? Then how many groups are there? You look at the 12. 12 times 3p. What is 12 times 3p? 12 groups of 3p. That is what it means. Like for example, you have 3 times 5. What do you mean by 3 times 5? 3 groups of 5. Okay, 3 groups of 5. So 3p times 12, what is that? 12 groups. Right, there are 12 groups. And then that is equal to how many groups of 3p? Equal to another 3 groups of 3p. And then you plus, you see there's one more group. There's another fraction there. That is one group. All right. And then plus how many more groups? How many more groups of 3p? So you take 12 minus 3, then you minus 1. So you need another 8 more groups. So over here is your groups. How many groups are there? Okay, you understand? If you see something the same, right, same number inside, that is how many in one group. So you have 12 groups of 3/5 equal to 3 groups of 3/5. Then plus 1 group of 3/5, then plus how many more groups? Okay, so that's a shortcut. If you understand this, then you can do very fast already, the shortcut. All right, next one, there's a divide by 2, right? Or there's a plus 2. So you have 14 plus 6a plus 2, and then you minus 5a. Now you circle, right? Circle the groups, all right? Circle them. Then you put the groups together. Those groups that have the same type. Like for example, the whole numbers. Right, the whole numbers, you can put them together. The whole numbers. 14 and plus 2, you put them together. Then plus 6a, you put together with minus 5a. So you put them together. Then what do you get? You will get 16 plus 6a minus 5a will be how many? That will be 1a. Right, 1a. So 16 plus 8, which is the answer. So over here, what do? You circle the groups and then you put them together. Right, the groups that have the same type, put them together, then you can plus them already. 14 plus 2, 16. Then 6a minus 5a will be a. Understand? Okay, next one. Let's go to the next question. Okay, timeline. All right, so Simon started his revision at 11:55 a.m. He revised for 1 hour 50 minutes. What time did he stop? So you can do a timeline. So 11:55 a.m. and 1 hour 50 minutes. So you can jump 1 hour. 1 hour, so that will be how long? 12:55 p.m. Okay, then you need to jump 50 minutes, right? But it's a bit hard. 12:55 plus 50 is a bit hard. So you get the nearest hour. So you plus 5 minutes first, right? You plus 5 minutes. Then later, you add another 45, right? Because 5 plus 45 is 50, right? So you have 1 hour and 50, right? 1 hour and 50 minutes, right? So what time did he stop his revision? So 1 p.m. plus 45 minutes later, he stopped his revision at 1:45 p.m. Okay, next one. Now the table shows the number of coins Natalie saved for 5 days. So how many days was Natalie able to save at least $2? What do you mean by the word at least? It means $2 and more, right? So if you see $2, that is also counted. So can you look at Monday? Monday, how much did he save? There are 4 20 cents. So that'll be 80 cents already, right? And then there are 2 50 cents. That'll be $1. So $1.80, right? Add together, $1.80. Then you have 10 20 cents. That will be 10 times 20. 10 times 20 is 200 cents. Then 0 50 cents. Nothing, right? Nothing. So how much is that? $2. So this is counted, right? That is 1 day. He saved at least $2, right? Then how about Wednesday? Wednesday, nothing. And then 3 50 cents. That will be $1.50. So on Wednesday, you save $1.50. And then Thursday, 5 20 cents. 5 20 cents is $1. 5 50 cent coin will be $2.50. Right, that's your 5 50 cent coin. Then total will be $3.50. This is also counted, right? At least $2, right? And then 8 20 cent coin will be 8 times 20. And then 1 50 cent coin will be 50 cents. Plus together will be $2.10. Also at least. So how many days did he save at least $2? 3 days. Right? Did you get the answer correct? Yeah, this one is not quite easy, right? So score well for these questions. Okay, now, so what is the correct base and height? Now, if you look at BD, look at number 1, for example. Number 1, right? Is BD. Do you think BD can be the base? Now, the base cannot be BD. The base has to be what? Has to be one of the sides of the triangle. So your base has to be this side, or this side, right? So the base must be one of the 3 sides. Cannot be BD. So number 1, no need to see already. Then how about number 2? CD is the base. Then where's your CD? Let's look at CD. So CD is the base. Over here, CD. Right? Then where's the height? Take your ruler, right? Put your ruler and right, your ruler, and what do? You put your ruler on the base. You take your ruler and you put it on the base. You see, like this. Put the ruler on the base, shift shift the ruler left, right. You see a line that's parallel. Yeah, there's a line that's parallel, right? So you can see that there's a line right over here, the line here. So look for a line that's parallel with the ruler. So you put the ruler on the base, and you must do this so that you can find the height. And the height will be what? Will be your AE. So answer number 2, right? Okay, next one. Which figure is symmetric? Well, that's answer number 1. Number 1 is quite easy to see. All the other answers are not symmetric. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, question number 11. Y equal to 6. So you have 21 plus 4y. 4 times y. Okay, 4 times y. Then you divide by 2. So you have 21 plus 12. And then you will get how many? 33. Okay, now next one. This one has to erase. Okay, how to do all this? Now I'm going to erase this part and then we will try again. So let's see. So you can write as a ratio. Now remember, there is a reason for using ratio. So you can use ratio to help you. Okay, for example, the ratio of the adults to the children is 7:9. So adult to children, 7:9. Okay, and the boys, arrow pointing. Right, point the arrow. The boys is how many? 1, and the girls is 5. Okay, so you have 2 ratios. Now, if you look carefully, the 2 ratios are different. But if you think a little bit more, right, think a bit more. Who are the children? The children are the boys and girls. And how many they are? 6. So then you look at the ratio. You see the children and the children. So make the number equal. Because they refer to the same group, so you must make the number equal. You times 2, and then here you times 3, right? So you will have 7 times 2, 14 is to 18. Then over here will be 1 times 3, 5 times 3, and 6 times 3. Can you see that? So times 3 times 3. So the whole ratio, you have to do the same. Okay, then what happened? Then once you make the children, can you see the children? You make them equal already. Then what do you call them? They are one family together. They will be one big family. All right, so now you can actually what? You can actually combine. You can actually put them together as one family. So what's the ratio of girls to adults? So you look at the girls. The girls is how many? The girls is 15. All right, 15. And the adult is 14. So 15 is to 14. That's how you get number 4. Okay, all right, next one. Question number 13. This one may be a little hard. Find the difference between x and y. So let's look at x and y. Difference between x and y. Okay, this is x, right? This is y. So if you, this one may be a little hard, but never mind. Try your best. So what do? You can see 2 lines here, 2 lines. So what does it tell you? Can you see that what is the difference between x and y? This x minus y, right? X minus y. Okay, now x is also the same as y plus c. X is also the same as y plus c, right? Because there's a cross. So if x minus y will give you what? Will give you c, right? Because why? X is equal to y plus c, right? So then if x minus y, what does it give you? It will give you this angle, right? This angle over here, c. Okay, that's the result. Okay, then you look at part number 1. What is angle A minus D? Angle A minus D, where is A? A is here. A minus D, that will give you what? That will give you E, right? E. Because you can see a cross there. Can you see a cross there? Right, there's also a cross there. So A minus D give you E, not C. We want C, right? Okay, so if x minus y is equal to c, we want c. So number 1 is wrong. How about b plus c? How about angle b plus c? Okay, yeah, so this one see something. Okay, let me just do again, right? This also something let me try again, right? There's something we don't forget to see. Now let's try again. Now one more time, x minus y is where? X over here. All right. Now, x is the same as all this. Can you see that? All right. Okay. X is equal to what? X is equal to Y plus B plus C. Right. Y plus B plus C. So this one you need to okay, this one we didn't see carefully. So see carefully. Why? Because there's a cross there. You see a cross there? Right, the cross. Vertically opposite angle are the same. So X minus Y will give you what? X minus Y will give you C and B, right? C and B. Okay? C and B. So let me see, okay? Or B plus C. Okay, one more time. Okay, do you understand? This one, Mr. Lee, you to really, okay, now this one, try to follow a little bit. Now, X minus Y give you what? C and B. All right, C and B. Okay? All right, now, then which is the answer? The answer will be what? Number 2 already. C and B, or B and C. C plus B, B plus C the same. All right, C plus B, B plus C is the same. Do you understand? Okay? Okay, one more time. Okay, because we really want you to make sure you know how to do it. Okay, now let's try again, right? Okay, now if you look carefully, I'm going to use a red color, right? X, where's X? X is here. Okay, your X is the angle on top, X. Okay, X. Minus 1. Okay, minus 1. So give you what? X minus Y give you what? If you B and C. Right, B and C. So what's your answer? B plus C. Okay, I think that's easier to explain. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, next one, question 14. The line graph shows the book sold by a shop. So you need to put the numbers on top. So count the gaps. You need to count the gaps first. There are 5 units, which is 50. So 1 unit will be 10. Okay. Then you look at January. January has how many? 150. And then February has how many? February has 30. And then March has how many? March has 60. All right, make sure you put the numbers very correctly. All right, 60. And then April will be how many? April will be 120. Then May will be 140. And this will be 200. Okay, so that's the first step. So when you do number line, you put the numbers on the number line. So what was the average books sold per month from February to April? So you look at February to April. How many? February 30, then 60 until April. So you don't go and add all the numbers. That's why you need to highlight the important words. If you're not careful, you go and add everything, right? Which is not correct. So you take 30 plus 60 plus 120, add them together, that will be 210. Okay? Then you divide by 3 because to find average, you must divide and you get 70 already. So what was the average number? The average number is 70. So lesson here can be very easy, but can be also easy to make mistake if you don't read carefully. You can add all the numbers, then wrong already. Okay, next one. Now, so the table shows the students and it looks hard, but do the simple step in the exam. You look at this table, look at this question. Can you do something simple? Can you find how many boys are there? 16, right? So you look at the table to do what you can find. Then how many boys without CCA, which is 15 minus 10? How many girls without CCA? 20 minus 15, right? So you have 5 girls without CCA. Then how many boys and girls with CCA? 25 and 11. Okay, then you can see which one is correct. Now, 1/5 of the students with a CCA. So can you find how many students with a CCA? So not difficult, right? So you need to find how many is 1/5. So first of all, how many students have CCA, which is 25. Remember the off? Off is times, right? So 1/5 times 25, that will give you how many? That will give you 5. Okay? Yeah, because divide by 5, divide by 5. So 1/5. So is it 5 boys have CCA? You look at the table. No, it's 10 boys, not 5 boys. So wrong. Okay, now 25%, we can change this into what? Fraction. So if the percentage is confusing, change it to fraction. You take 25 over 100. Your percentage is always over 100. Then simplest form, 1/4. So 1/4 of the girls. So can you find how many girls? All right. Can you see how many girls are there? Which is total how many girls? Which is 20 girls, right? 20 girls. 20 girls. So 1/4 of 20. What is 1/4 of times 20? So that'll be 5 girls, right? So is it 5 girls have no CCA? So you check. 5 girls without CCA? Yeah, correct. 5 girls without CCA. So number 2 is correct. So not difficult, right? So you look at the fraction, look at the percentage, change it to a fraction. So 1/4 of the girls. So how many girls are there? 20 girls. Then what is 1/4 of 20? What is 1/4 of? Of is what? Of is times. Okay. Then look at number 3. Number 3, there are more girls than boys without CCA. Is it more girls than boys without CCA? No, it's actually more boys than girls. Okay, more boys than girls, not more girls than boys. Okay, then the ratio of the girls to the boys is 4:5. Is it true? Then you see the ratio of girls to boys. The girls is how many? The girls is 20, right? There are 20 girls altogether, and the boys is how many? 16. What's the ratio? The ratio is 5:4, not 4:5. So number 4 is wrong. Okay, now when you do your homework later or tomorrow, don't memorize the answer. Okay, but do it as though do it with understanding, not memorize what answer the Mr. Dong say and then you just put down the answer there. Okay, all right, let's go to the next one. So we go to the question 16. How to get the answer? 18 divided by 40. So 18, change the divide to times and flip upside down. So the whole number, you also change it to a fraction. So 18 becomes 18/1. So change, flip. Then you can cancel, divide by 2 and divide by 2. And you will get 45/2. Okay, now we can write as a fraction. We can also write as a decimal. So, so you take 45 divided by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And then you minus 2 times 2 is 4 again. And if you want to write as a fraction, then that's where you stop. You have a remainder. So 22 and half. Okay, that is your fraction. Okay, next one. Now, question 17, you can see the lines are missing, but actually there are 10 lines. So you may want to draw the lines later. So there are 10 gaps from 0. 0 is here, right? 0. All right, so 0 liters until 2 liters. How many gaps? There are actually 10 gaps. And how big is 10 gaps? 2 liters, 2,000. All right, 2,000 ml. Okay, then if you see something like this, you have to find what is one gap first. So one gap will be what? 2,000, and then you divide by 10. How to divide? Take out 1 0, take out 1 0. Okay, that's how you divide by 10. Then you have 200 divided by 1. You get 200. Okay, then you start counting, right? Start counting. So this is 0, 100, 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 700. So how much water is inside? 700. Okay, this is very simple, right? You count the gaps. Okay, now the next one, how to do this? Now write the common multiple of 3 and 7. Shortcut, right? I hope you still remember the shortcut. So you don't have to write many numbers. You want to find the common multiple of 3 and 7. So you need to look at the biggest number, right? And then find the multiples of the biggest number. So 14, right? 7, 14. Can 14 divided by 3? Cannot. Then go to the next one, 21. Can 21 divide by 3? Yes. So that is your first common multiple. But the number is not greater than 40. So how to get the next common multiple? Then you need to do what? You need to times 2. Right? Times 2 to get the second common multiple. Right? And how do you get the third common multiple? You take the first common multiple, and then what do? You times 3. But the answer is not 63 because you have to smaller than 50. Right? So what's your answer? The answer will be 42. Greater than 40, but smaller than 50. So do you get the answer correct? Okay, well done. Now let's go to the next one. 3 children share 2/3 of a pizza equally. So what fraction did one person get? You take the pizza divide by the children, not the children divide by the pizza. So you take the pizza and you divide by the how many children. So keep the first fraction, change the divide to times, and then flip. All right, so what do you get? 2/9. So each person gets 2/9 of the pizza. Okay, next one. And Jim is facing west. So you need to draw your, okay, it's done for you already. So no need to draw the compass. It's drawn for you. So you do this. Okay, fill out the labels. Southeast. This will be southwest, right? So Jim is facing west. It makes a 3/4 turn in the clockwise. Clockwise, this is 1/4, and that's 2/4, and then 3/4. And then he makes another 1/4 turn in the anti-clockwise. Anti, right? So how do you turn anti-clockwise? You turn this way. From here, you turn backwards, 1/4. So where is he facing? East. Got it? Okay, next one. And let's go to question number 21. So what is A? Now, you look at the fraction, right? And whenever you see fractions, what do? Make the denominator the same. Then you can compare the fractions. So you have to times 4 and then times 4. And you get 4, times 2, right? Times 2, not times 4. Right? So you have to times 2 to make the denominator the same. So let me just erase that. Okay, so you times 2, and then here also times 2, and you get 2/4. Okay, so when you see fractions, remember you cannot plus minus, cannot compare. You have to make them the same denominator. But there's a problem. The problem is what? 1/4, then 2/4, then what's the number in the middle? Still cannot find. Then what do? You make the denominator even bigger. Make it even bigger. So 4 times 2, 1 times 2. And then 4 times 2, 2 times 2. So now you can see bigger already, right? So you have 2/8 and then 4/8. So what's the number in the middle? 3/8. And that's your fraction. Got it? All right, now let's go to the next one. Draw a triangle. All right, Mr. has done for you already. But let me erase all these and let's draw again. And you need ruler, right? Need ruler and a protractor. So let me take out my ruler and my protractor. Okay, so let's bring down. Okay, bring down all this. Okay, bring down. I can't take. Okay, hang on. Let me just bring down all these things. So bring down the protractor, bring down the ruler, and then we start drawing. Okay, how to draw? Now, you always start with a horizontal line. When you draw, or when you construct angles, okay, when you draw any triangle or rectangle or whatever, you always start with always draw a straight line first. Okay, straight line. Okay, all right, let me just go down a bit. So you draw a straight line from here until 5 cm. Okay, 5 cm. Okay, but I think it's a bit, try to draw in the middle, right? This time it's a bit too left already. So let's draw a bit in the middle. Okay, let me just adjust it nicely. Adjust the ruler nicely. Hang on for a while. Okay, it looks better. All right, so from 0 to 5 cm. Why? Because AB equal to BC equal to 5 cm. So this is your AB. Okay, so use a ruler, and then your BC is 5 cm. Then how to do that? Now you cannot anyhow draw 5 cm yet because there's an angle. Angle ABC is 80 degrees. So your angle is here, somewhere at the letter B. Then you must take your protractor already, right? Take your protractor and you bring down your protractor, and then you put your hooks. Where is it? You start to see that. Where's the? Okay, take your protractor and you put over here at the center. All right, and then look for 80. Right, look for 80. So where's 80? 80. Now be careful. Which 0 do you look at? Is it the left 0 or the right 0? There are 2 zeros on the protractor. You have to look at the 0 on this side, on the left side, because the line is on the left side. So you look at the 0 on this side, and 80. Mark out 80. Okay, put the little marking there. Okay, then let go the protractor, and then take your ruler and join. Okay, join the dots. Okay, join the line with the letter B. Okay, so just join first. Okay, join first, and then it's something like that. All right. Okay, drawing first. All right. But the line is longer than 5 cm. So what do you do? Then you measure. Okay, measure 5 cm. All right, 5 cm, and put a little marking there to erase away. Okay, to erase the extra line. So you want to erase the extra line. So put a marking there to erase the extra line. Okay, so let's erase the extra line. And what do you get? So erase. Wow, that's a big one. Okay, Mr. Erase too much already. So let me just put it back again. Right, 5 cm. Yeah, 5 cm is here. And make sure that it's exactly 5 cm. Okay, then label C. Then what do you do? Then you join. Okay, use a ruler and just join. Okay, Mr. Not using ruler now, but you must use a ruler. Okay, so you join them already. Then what happened? It's still not full marks yet because you need to label 80 degrees. And then this will be 5 cm. And that is also 5 cm. And that's your angle. That's your triangle. Okay, that's how you draw your triangle. You understand? So everything must be using ruler, protractor, and the line must be straight lines. Okay? All right, let's go on to the next one. Question number 23. So color two more squares, and that is where you color. Right? You can see if you look at this one over here. Okay, over here, there's one square here, then the other square also. The other side also got one square. Right? Then there's a triangle, and by the way, look at the line of symmetry. Right? It's like a river, okay, a river, something like a river. So across the river, right, you must have something similar. So there's a triangle here, across the river also must be the same. Then there's a shaded square, across also the same. Over here, don't have, so you must color already. So you have to color this square. Then and then you see a square again, across the river, don't have. So you must color another one more square. So that's the two squares that you color. Okay, next one. Now over here, this one has actually done already. But how do you draw the cuboid that has a volume twice of cuboid A? So if you look at cuboid A, what's the volume? Length times height. Okay, so 3, remember your formula, right? Length times height. And that gives you the volume. And you need to draw what? A cuboid that is twice the volume. So what is twice the volume? 9 times 2, which is over here. All right, 9 times 2, 80 cm cubed. All right, then how to draw? Okay, let me just erase all these things. Let me just erase the drawing here. Then how do you draw this cuboid? Okay, now you need a cuboid that has a volume of 18, right? 18 cm cubed. So there are a few ways there are a few drawings. Now you use some thinking, right? So what times what equal 18, right? Because volume is what times what times what. So length, maybe how about maybe 9 times 2 times 1 equal 18 also can. Maybe 6 times 3 times 1 equal 18 also can. Right? So there are different ways to draw, right? Different ways to draw. Okay. And what else can we draw? Any other way to draw? I think cannot already, right? Yeah. So then we start to draw the cuboid. So how do we draw the cuboid? Well, if you look at 9 times 2 times 1, 9 is a bit very long, right? 9 is the length. It's like very long. You look at the drawing paper. It's not really quite big for you to draw. So maybe we choose 6 times 3. 6 times 3 times 1. So what is 6? It means the length is 6. All right, how to use the dots? You take from here, that's 1 cm. Okay, 1 cm already. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cm. So the length is 6 cm using ruler. Okay, this one is not using ruler. Then 3. The breadth is 3. 1, 2, 3. Then the height is what? 1 cm. Okay, so how to form the cuboid? So to draw the cuboid, then you have to slowly, right, create the cuboid, right? So you join, and then this is also height. Then you join, and then the breadth is 1, 2, 3 also, right? 3 cm the breadth, right? The breadth is 3 cm, the height is 1 cm. All right, then the length here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is the volume of the cuboid. That is twice the volume. of cuboid A. Understand? Okay, now, so let's go on to the next one. And by the way, if you look at cuboid A is something, cuboid A is half of this cuboid. So 2 of cuboid A make up cuboid, two of these small cuboid make up this bigger cuboid. That's why you have twice the volume, 2 times. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, now question 25. Okay, I'm going to erase all this part. Now this part, again, there is a very, very important lesson. So I'm going to erase everything here. All right. Okay, let's erase all this. Okay, so let's erase all this thing. Okay, now this one I need to pay close attention. And then you tell me whether you have got the answer correct or wrong. Okay, so let's look at this. Now this is a very important question, and it's also a very it's a very common mistake. All right, a lot of if you're not careful or you don't understand, then mistake comes already. Madam Lim made 7/8 liters of orange juice. Okay, 7/8 liters of orange juice. She poured the orange juice into glasses of capacity 1/5 liter each. All the glasses were completely filled, except for one glass. Okay, one glass. How much orange juice? How much orange juice was in the glass that was not completely filled? Right, not completely filled. So what are you finding? You are finding the leftover orange juice. Right, you pour into glasses, then the last glass is not filled. So you are finding the leftover. So how to find? Now, you take the orange juice, which is 7/8 liter, all the orange juice, and then you divide by one glass. One glass has how much? One glass is 1/5 liter. You understand? One glass is 1/5. Then how to divide fractions? So you remember to keep the first fraction, change the divide to times, and then flip upside down. Keep change flip, and then you will have 35/8. All right, what is 35/8? Then you do your dividing. So you divide by 8. 4 times 8 is 32, and you will get 4 and 3/8. Right? So you have 4 and 3/8. And then is your answer what? Is your answer 4 and 3/8? No, the answer cannot be 4 and 3/8. So what does this fraction mean? It means that there are 4 glasses that are completely filled. Look at the whole number. Okay, there are 4 glasses that are completely filled because you take all the orange juice and divide by one glass that can contain 1/5 liter. So you have 4 glasses that are completely filled. And then where's the remainder? Is the remainder 3/8? If you put your remainder 3/8, that is wrong already, right? If you put your answer 3/8, that's wrong already. How do you get the remainder? You have to find how much orange juice are there in the 4 glasses, right? The 4 glasses are completely filled. So how much orange juice are there in the 4 glasses? You take 4 times 1/5 liter, that will give you 4/5 liters of orange juice inside the 4 glasses. Okay, then how do you get the remainder? How do you get the leftover orange juice? You take the total orange juice, which is 7/8 liter, that is all the orange juice at first, and you minus 4/5 liter. Okay, and now how to minus a fraction? You need to make the denominator the same. So you times 5 and then times 8. Make the denominator the same. So times 5 and then times 8. So what you get? 35/40 liter minus 32/40 liters. So how much orange juice is left over? What is the remaining orange juice? What is the orange juice that is in the last glass? That will be 3/40 liters of orange juice left. All right, so the last glass has how much orange juice inside? 3/40 liters inside. Okay, so this is a very important question, and I will need you to remember so that you don't make the same mistake, because it's very easy to get the answer wrong, which is not 3/8. Okay, not 3/8. Okay, next one. Okay, question 26. How do you find the shaded part? So you read the question. Now the figure not drawn to scale. Rectangle ABCD has the same area as triangle XYZ. Okay, so triangle, where is triangle XYZ? Over here, the blue triangle. So you look at this blue triangle, and this blue triangle has the same area as the rectangle. So what's the rectangle area? The rectangle area is 10 times 6. Okay, 10 times 6, and you will get 60 cm squared, right? Okay, now, can you find what's the area of the shaded part? How to find? Well, can you find what? Can you find this area? To find the shaded part, can you find this triangle? Right, this triangle. So this green color triangle. So how do you find? You take half, okay, half times base. What's the base of this green triangle? All right, the base is 10 minus 2. The base is 8 cm. What's the height? The height of the green triangle is 6 cm, right? So half times 8 times 6. And what do you get? So you have 8 times 6, 48. 48 divided by 2, you get 24 cm squared. Okay? So what's the area of the whole triangle? Now the area of the whole triangle is the same as the rectangle, which is 60 cm squared. And then you minus one. Minus the green color triangle. Minus this one. Okay, minus the green color triangle, and you will get the shaded part. So you minus 24 cm squared, and you get 36 cm squared, which is the shaded part. You understand? So it's not very, actually it's not quite easy, right? Not very hard actually. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, now question 27, maybe looks a little complicated. Whether Fatima baked some cupcakes. After selling 1/4 of the cupcakes, she packed the remaining cupcakes into 12 boxes. There were 4 W cupcakes in one box. How many cupcakes did Madam Fatima bake altogether? Now, if you don't know how to do, right, always remember, can you draw model? First thing that comes to your mind is, can I draw model? Especially when you see a fraction. If you see a fraction, you can draw model. How do you draw the model? All the cupcakes has 4 boxes. So you draw a rectangle, cut into 1, 2, 3, 4, and she sold 1 box. Okay, 1 box. So she sold. And where is the remainder? The remainder cupcakes is here. Okay, that's the remainder, right? What happened to these remaining cupcakes? She put into 12 boxes, right? 12 boxes. And there were 4 W cupcakes in 1 box. So can you find how many cupcakes in the 12 boxes? That will be 12 times 4 W each. You understand? Because every box got 4 W. So 12 times 4 W will be 48 W cupcakes. So there are 48 W cupcakes in 12 boxes, which is how many units? Can you see there are 1, 2, and 3. So you take 48 W, and then see, look at the model. The model will let you know what to do next. You need to find how many cupcakes in 1 unit. So divide by 3, you get 16 W. So every unit, right, this is a unit, 16 W, 16 W. Here also 16 W and 16 W. So how many cupcakes did Madam Fatima bake all together, which is question mark. So you take 16 W and then you times 4, and you will get 64 W. So that's your answer. You get the answer correct? Well done, very good. Okay, so this is maybe not hard for you. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, the figure is not drawn to scale, so read the question, find DBC. You need to mark out the question mark. So where is angle DBC? DBC, over here. Okay, then don't care about the question mark, don't care. Look for other angles that you can find. This is a right angle, 90, right? So this is a parallelogram. So it is a parallelogram. What do you have? You have 2 lines that are parallel, right? Another 2 lines that are parallel. Okay? So every time you see parallelogram, you can look for Z, right? There's a lot of Z, right? You can see Z. Okay, now, this is opposite angle, right? Opposite angle in the parallelogram is the same. Okay, the same. So don't care about the question mark, right? Go and find other angles that are easy to find. So any more angles that are easy to find? Yes, I can find this angle, which is also 90, right? 90. Okay, right? So just, if you don't know how to do, never mind. Just can find whatever angle that can be found. You can find this angle. So how to get that angle? You take 180 degrees minus 90. and minus 65. Why? Because there is a triangle, right? There's a triangle here. So sum of angles in the triangle is 180, and you get 25 degrees. So this is 25 degrees. Okay, anything else you can find? Then you just, is there any more thing you can find? Well, if you, can you see what? Can you see a Z? All right, a Z. Can you see there's this line and this line are parallel, so there's a Z. So which means that this angle here and this angle here must be the same. So how do you find the question mark? That will be 25 plus 28, and you will get 53. So your question mark is 33 degrees. So you look for Z. When there are two lines that are parallel, look for Z. Okay, next one, let's go to question 29. This one, what is the lesson here? Bowen has some 10-cent and 30-cent coin. There are 3 fewer 30-cent coins than 10-cent coin. The total value of the coin is $5.70. How many 10-cent coins does Bowen have? Now, the method here we can use, you can use guess and check, but there's something better than guess and check. 3 rows get the answer. Have you learned that? Or did Miss Tong teach you that? 3 rows get the answer. 3 rows get the answer. So how does it look like? Okay, I need to really pay very good attention to this. Now, over here, you can solve by using this method, which is called what? 3 rows get the answer. So you have a table, right? A table. Okay, something like your guess and check table. Then you cut the first row and you label. Okay, label. So the first column, you can call how many 10-cent coin. Then the second column will be how much. Okay, how much is the 10-cent coin? Then you go to the next column, how many 50-cent coin? And then the next column will be how much? Okay, how much is all the 50-cent coin? All right, then you can see there are 3 fewer 50-cent coin. So you put down 3 fewer, right? 3 fewer. So there must be 3 fewer 50-cent coin than 10-cent coin. And the total value is $5.70. So it's something like guess and check. But there's no yes, there's no tick, no cross. Then what's the next step? The next step is to cut 3 rows, right? Cut 3 rows. And then what happens? Then you can look at the first row, all right? And what's so special about this method? You start with 1. Okay, you can either start with 1 10-cent or 1 50-cent coin. But if you look at the question, there are 3 fewer 50-cent coin. So what must you do? You start with 1 50-cent coin. Okay, so make sure you know which one is, why is it 1 50-cent coin? Because there are fewer 50-cent coin. So of course you start with 1 50-cent coin, and then the 10-cent coin will have more, right? More. How many more? 3 more. That will be 4 already. So 4 minus 1, you will get 3 fewer, right? Or 3, right? There are 3 fewer 50-cent coin than 10-cent coin. All right, so what's the value of 4 10-cent? Which is 40 cents. And the value of 1 50-cent coin is 50 cents. Total value will be 90 cents. Okay? Now, the second row, what do? Then you increase to 2, right? 2. And how many 10-cent coins will be 5 already? Because 5 minus 2 equals 3. So what is the value of 5 10-cent coin? That will be 50 cents. 2 50-cent coin will be $1. So what's the total value? $1.50. Okay, total value means you add them together, add the money together. All right, now, why do you have 2 rows? Why do you have the first 2 rows? Is to get a pattern. You need to find a pattern before you can get the answer. So what's the pattern? If you increase by 1 10-cent coin, right? So this is the pattern. You increase by 1 10-cent coin, then you can see the total value will increase by 60 cents, right? So jump to the what? Jump to the actual money, the total money, which is $5.70. Okay, jump to the correct total money. So how many more must you increase? So you take $5.70 minus $1.50. So you have to increase another $4.20 more. Can you see that? You take $5.70, you minus $1.50, you will get $4.20 more. So how many more 10-cent coins must you increase? So what do? right? If you increase 1 10 cents, you get 60 cents more. So if you have $4.20, then how many more 10-cent coin? You divide by 60. Do you follow? You take $4.20 and you divide by 60, you have to increase by 7 more, right? 7 10 cents. Okay? So how many 10-cent coins are there? There will be 12 already. 5 plus 7 is 12. Okay? But how do you check? How do you know whether is this answer correct? Then you fill in all the other boxes. So if there are 12 10 cents, how many 50 cents? That will be 9. Because 12 minus 9 is 3. So 12 10 cents is how much? 12 10 cents will be $1.20. Okay, 12 times 10. 9 50 cents will be 9 times 50 cents will be $4.50. So what's the total value? You plus them together, this is the total value, which is correct. Okay, so this is the method here. 3 rows get the answer, right? It's not really guess and check, but you're using a pattern to find the answer. Okay, let's go to the last question already. The last question, and we still need to erase all these things. Okay, let's erase question 30. Now, question 30, you can see, okay, actually the steps are given there already. Okay, let's use the steps. You read the question. The bar graph shows the cars owned by families living in an estate. Now, this one can be very tricky, right? Why tricky? So if you look at the families, how many families are there? There are 35 families that has no cars, right? 35 families own nothing, right? They don't have any cars. 40 families own 1 car. And then 35 families own 2 cars. And 50 families own 3 cars each. So you look at the statement, which one is true, false? 40 families own at least 2 cars. Is it true? What is at least 2 cars? At least 2 cars means 2 and more. Okay, 2 and more. Remember that. So there are 25 families who own 2 cars, and there are 15 families who own more than 2 cars, right? Which is 3, right? 3 cars. So is that 40? So 40 families own at least 2 cars, right? Which is true. 25 plus 15 is 40. So true. Okay, now 50% of the total number of cars are owned by families with only 1 car. Now this one looks a bit confusing, right? But what do? Number 1, you can change the percentage into fraction, so it becomes half already. Then it becomes a bit simpler. Number 2, you look at the total number of cars, and can you find how many is the total number of cars? All right, how do you find the total number of cars? This is a part where you have to be very careful. You can take 35 plus 40 plus 35 plus 15. If you do that, then it's a big mistake, because 35 families, 40 families, they are not cars. So how many cars are there altogether? You must take 35 families times 0, no cars, 0 cars. 40 families times 1 car each, that will be 40 cars already. 25 families times 2 cars each, that will be 50 cars. 15 families times 3, that will be 45 cars. Then how many cars altogether? You plus all the numbers, 40 plus 50 plus 45. How many cars altogether? The total cars is 135, right? Okay, so what is half of 135? What is half? Half is what? Half is times. Remember, half is times. You take half times 135, you will get something like 67.5. So which means that how many is half of the total cars? It's about 67 cars, 68, which is about half the total number. Then you look at the families with only 1 car. How many cars are owned by families with only 1 car? Which is 40 families. 40 families own only 1 car, right? So how many cars is that? 40 times 1, which is 40 cars only. So is it true that half of the total number of cars is 40? Not true, right? So that's why the answer is false. Okay, why false? Because half of 135 must be what? Must be about 67, but you get 40 cars only. So that is not true. Okay, all right, so that's the end of the paper 1. So we have completed paper 1. Okay, so I'm going to end the recording for this paper 1 lesson, and then we will go on to the paper 2. Okay, so I'm going to stop this recording now.